No one will be surprised to learn that Alberta businesses, like all businesses in every province, are suffering because of COVID-19. And the Business Council of Alberta recently did a survey of just how they feel about the prospects for recovery. It's not looking good. And to discuss that, we've got Mike Holden from the council. So welcome to the interview, Mike.
Thank you.
Maybe start with giving us an overview of the survey, please.
Sure. Yeah. So this survey is something that we've been actually planning to do for about 6 or 8 months, and it coincides with this recovery stage in COVID, but it actually has nothing to do with it in terms of what our longer term intent is. What we're trying to do with this is get a sense from Alberta businesses about what they think the future holds for them, because economic data tends to look backwards, and we wanted to come up with some sort of a survey data point that will allow us to look forward through the front of the windshield rather than through the rearview mirror, as it were. And so we launched it now because we realized that there's not really a better time to launch it at this point. And so, as you said, so the main results that we found are not surprising in a way. The businesses are concerned. What did surprise us was that it's going to be a longer road to recovery than we first thought it was, based on the results from this first survey.
I remember reading a C.D. Howe study early on in the pandemic where, economists were discussing how to, Canada and the provinces should handle the issue of reopening and so on. And the thing that really struck out for me was they said, whatever we should do is don't reopen too early or too fast, because if you have to close things down a second time, that's actually worse than going slow. And it seems like now maybe we did open up a little slowly. I guess that's up for debate, but clearly we are in a second wave, and I imagine that has something to do with how the people who responded to your survey are feeling.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty, and people are. I mean, the increase in cases in Alberta hasn't been as bad as it has in Ontario and Quebec so far, but we don't know that that's not going to be the case. And we're learning to live with COVID. We're not really sure what's going to happen down the road, and yeah, so Alberta businesses don't really necessarily know what to expect, and so they're doing the best they can. They're trying to keep everybody safe and healthy, but cases are rising, and it's an uncertain future, and it's a tough time to be in business.
Are there any particular sectors that were more concerned than others?
Well, we didn't differentiate by sector, and we did this on purpose, actually, because we wanted to make sure that businesses would be allowed to just answer the questions honestly without being able to siphon off responses from any one particular area. So we took a very broad-ranging look at what businesses said, and the questions that we asked were actually all very simple. They were along the lines of, are things going to be higher, lower, or about the same as they were before? So we asked that about sales, asked that about their access to credit, about their machinery and equipment spending, and about their hiring expectations.
And anything that really stood out and surprised you?
Yeah, one particular result did, and that was the question we asked about whether or not companies expected to have more or fewer people working for them 12 months from now compared to now. And we found that 46% of businesses thought they would actually have fewer employees than they do now. And so that's, it's a concern for a couple of reasons. First of all, it means that there's not going to be a lot of hiring on the horizon if these survey results are broadly indicative. And the second is that we still have, as of August, 164,000 Albertans who don't have a job compared to the ones who did in February. So that was a concern, and I think that's the main reason why we think that this is a long road ahead for Alberta, especially.
Well, good luck to Albertans, and good luck to your association, Mike. This is, I think we're all settled in now for a long haul. I know I was reading today that economists in the U.S. don't expect anything to pick up before the second half of next year. So It looks like it's going to be a long haul. So
it'll be a long haul, but we kind of knew that going in, and I think that the results from our survey, they maybe emphasize that it might be a little bit longer and a more gradual process than we first thought it would be.
Thank you very much, Mike. We'll look forward to chatting with you in the future.
Sounds good.